Hello. Summer 2020 went like a flash, and I'm here today on August 29 in Kyoto Botanical Garden to show you some end of summer flowerings. So one of the most remarkable group of plants flowering in Japanese forest in the end of summer is the Ophiopogon lyriope group. So these plants are now flowering all around. Some are much bigger, others are smaller, but they all flowering in the end of summer or in the fall. Why I call them Ophiopogon lyriope? Because that's very related, very hard to distinguish species. Generally, Ophiopogon, like this one, is distinguished from lyriope, but only a few morphological characters. Flowers of Ophiopogon are actinomorphic versus slightly zygomorphic flowers in lyriope. And ovary in Ophiopogon is typically semi-inferior. Whereas ovary in lyriope is typical for the Asparagus family superior. So both groups are very similar to each other and not easy to distinguish. There are multiple publications which might help in understanding them better, but my attention today is to that very easy to identify the member of the group. This is the largest one, Ophiopogon yaburan, one of Latin names which partly came out of the Japanese name of that species. So yaburan, Ophiopogon yaburan, is a typical forest plant which grows nearby the Pacific coast in southern Honshu and two other southern Japanese islands, Shikoku and Kyushu. So this is a very big representative of family. So if you see that massive white flower flowering and big size and broad, like more than 1 centimeter leaves, you can tell this is definitely Ophiopogon yaburan. Very ornamental plant, but most interesting, it's kind of extremely cultivable, I would say. So it is shade tolerant, it is drought tolerant, it is pressure, I mean people who can step on it will not actually damage it at all. So pressure tolerant. This is why it is frequently cultivated nearby shrines and many other places along roadsides. The only important requirement for whole lyriope Ophiopogon group is relatively low light. Typically the lower the better, so they may grow in extreme shade. In a place where it's almost pitch dark, you can see them growing and thriving. So that's most important. They also will keep the place with rhizomes and other underground part for very long time. So if you planted one of them, then you will guarantee that that patch will slowly grow with vegetative reproduction. It will put out multiple rhizomes, develop multiple clone plants, and then will conquer more and more space. So very, very good plant for the shade gardening. So Ophiopogon yaburan and all sister species from Ophiopogon and lyriope groups. This is land of Japan plant flowering in the second half of summer and in the early fall, and actually ornamental throughout the whole year. Thank you very much.